Okay, so this is continuation of Friday's session. I had some problems with recording. This is the second part. This is 1 o'clock Dubai time, so this is 4 o'clock a.m. Um, New York Eastern time. So this is the second hour of trading. This is the end of the first hour of London opening, the second hour of Frankfurt open. This is also an important hour for volatility, so we might see some volatility. If so, we have what happened here once again on a 60 minutes chart. What happened here in the 60 minutes chart? Uh, we were ranging on Wednesday and Thursday yesterday, and then yesterday with bearish NFP we produced bearish leg for bears. We swept all the liquidity on the left and then we mitigated this demand. So the targets for bears are achieved. Now we may see some sort of reaction, bullish reaction from this demand. Okay. Now we already see a bullish reaction from this demand, and we're going to lower time frame, and we see some sort of bullish reaction by M15 choke. And now we have a fresh demand that we want to buy. We already mitigated this demand, but we didn't have any setup to buy from. Now the market is reacting and maybe it will mitigate the supply. I will read once again what is here in this. I will close M5 for now, since we mitigated this demand. Yeah. Once this demand is mitigated, not this demand, exactly this, but one H. So I'm gonna just be here. Okay. Once this demand is mitigated, bears will achieve all of these local targets, as I said before, and some sort of bullish reaction may happen. I will consider longs after bullish M15 choke. Okay. So for bears, everything is done, at least here. The next bears trading is here, selling from here. For bulls that we are buying from here, we will target, we should target, we would target, not should, but we would target. If we buy here, if there was occasion, we would target this supply, but there was an occasion. And I wrote here, until bullish choke is made, I will be selling and targeting that huge daily. So this bears here, I'm going to remove now because we have bullish choke. So the character of the market changed, and also one H order flow is still the same, but we have bullish choke on M15. So one H bias becomes neutral now. One H bias becomes neutral. What is this? Why? Here, background. One H bias becomes neutral. And if I look at the lower time frame, here I'm changing that. One H order flow is still bearish, but pre-London bias was bearish, but now changes into a Draw. The bias will change bearish after mitigating that M5, M15 supply. Okay, the bias will change after mitigating this because bears might be waiting here to sell. Okay, so now we are buying, we're looking for buys. And what do we want to do? We want to make some notes here. One, edge demand mitigation, strong bullish reaction with choke. Buys becomes valid from fresh. I feel sleepy. Okay. Nothing changes from now from now. So fresh M15 POI mitigation without any setup to buy. Well, 45. Yeah. So the background of this picture will change into, yeah, 1H swing is bearish. Phase A2, 1H order flow is bearish. Pre-London bias is bearish, but now changes into neutral. The bias will change bearish again after mitigating that M15 supply. Okay, so here we are still bulls, but we need to buy from here. Okay, so if we go down, then we mitigate further, then we can buy. But then once topping this level, we become bearish. So bias is bearish. We are looking for bearish for sell. If we don't see any setup, we don't sell. The price may break this level. When we break this level, the order flow changes into bullish. When the order flow changes into bullish, our bias is changing very bullish. Let's see, just range. Because here we have 1H is bearish, and it was phase A2, but now we made a bullish choke, so the phase change into C. The phase change into C, which is pullback. Sorry, what I'm doing here? Not sure. So here, 1H swing is bearish, and the phase is A2, but now the phase is C. It's still bearish, but it's phase C, so it's beginning of the pullback because this bullish choke was made, and this will be our swing. A little bit confused because this is Asian high, but at the same time this is No, it's not. Okay. All right. So here is the bullish. Here is the bearish swing high. So it should be also visible at M15, is it? No, it's not. Sync. Okay, now, yeah. So this is 1H swing strong high. Yeah. Okay, this is what we want to look at here. Now, we're very close to mitigate this supply. We are mitigating 61.8% retracement of all this move. This supply is high quality supply because it mitigated, it swept liquidity and then it provided very strong reaction. So it's high quality, and here we can see bearish power starting kicking in. No, we are mitigating it. Sweeping the liquidity. Yeah, there's the liquidity. Now, here we want to see some sort of manipulation. So now we mitigated it. The bulls no more valid. Bulls will be valid after changing it. So this is exactly 1:12. This is 12 past 4 a.m. New York time. Let me make a note. Okay, so this is 1:12 in Dubai, and 15 supply mitigation, bias changes into bearish again, no more bulls until 1H order flow changes and 15 supply mitigated. Bias changes into bearish again and no more bulls until 1H bias is mitigated, is broken. This is 1H bias. Okay. Now, what is interesting is this swing and this and the entire swing. Maybe only this swing. To be honest, I don't feel comfortable that our swing high is here. I think it should be here. I think it should be at, yeah, I was struggling with this for some time, but I'm gonna do it again here. Look at the strong reaction from demand. This demand is a weak demand. I don't know why there's so strong reaction. Probably to provide liquidity here and to strengthen this huge liquidity pool. Why is it here? Wow, this liquidity pool is now really huge. Daily liquidity. Okay. So that will be our strong high. That will be our strong low. swing, weak, low, not stronger, but weak, low. So trading from strong, high or low, targeting weak, high and low, not opposite. Okay, so here at this moment, so Asian high is now too many pictures here. I don't like this chart. Too many pictures here. Okay, so this bearish one H order flow is bearish. Phase C. Pre-London bias bearish, but no changes into neutral. Bias bearish. Okay, let's change the background. Well, we see a strong reaction from here straight away. Now remove this picture there. This is Judas swing here, and Judas swing is going to be removed. We don't need it anymore. This is 1H order flow and Asian high here. We're going to mark it as Asian high as well. Okay, so we have swing high and then Asian high. Liquidity available. So we have also liquidity here. Yeah, let's say bulls they have. Do they really have any targets, these bulls at 1 hour? This liquidity, yeah, but it's not so strong. I'll remove it. Buy sell liquidity target for bulls, no supply available. Okay. This demand is still valid target for bears. Once mitigated, so it is done, so I'm gonna move it on the left. Taken, and this demand is mitigated too. Bears achieved their local targets. Okay. This is pre-market, so we want to remove it. Pre-market, we already recorded it. Target for bulls here. Oh, look at this push from bulls. Look at this push. 1H order flow. If it's broken, bias changes into bearish again. No more bulls until 1H order flow changes. Okay. So now we're looking for selling, but if we break this, we need to break it with the candle close, with the body close. If we break it, then we'll be looking for buying only, probably here. But I think it's too late already as for Friday. We have 20 past 4 a.m. Eastern time. And when we have 20 past 4, we have literally like 40 minutes or 1 hour, 40 minutes of trading. So there's no occasion for sales here either. There's no occasion for selling because the nearest choke is here. I mean, if we if we make that choke with a strong reaction, why not? There would still be chance to sell. So now we don't have any setup. We don't have LC1. So on the leg, there's no liquidity here. I mean, there is here, but it was swept, and then it is not something we consider. It should be somewhere here. So here, there is a strong reaction, and now we need to look for liquidity and manipulation on the right. So PBID, pullback inducement. In pullback, we don't have really inducement here. We have pretty straight leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We wanted to buy here, you remember? Wow, that would be a nice trade. But it's only nice trade with a result, but there's no setup. There was no setup here. There was no setup. What we can do to strengthen our view is just visually creating the direction of our trade. This is bearish lag, so any reaction we'll be looking for sales. We can also add Fibonacci level on M15, starting from here, yeah. Sorry. We'll see where we are, if we are in premium or discount. So this is exactly 50, 61, 61.8. Of the range. Okay. If we add fixed volume range, see where is the strongest supply level. It's here. Yes. So it's a pretty pretty good place for selling, but we would need some setup. There is no setup. At least M5 choke. There is no setup. This we remove, and this we remove. We want why is it like that? Okay, here is already once this demand is meeting, it's already until yeah. This I can also remove, and that's it. Well, I didn't take any trade yesterday, and I will probably not be taking today. I end up this week with only 3 trades. For me, it is very few. I feel FOMO. I feel FOMO, but then did I really want to trade here? Look at the daily. Do I really want to trade in this? Look at 1 hour. Do I really want to trade in this range here? This is what is it? Here, 17. Where is 17? Yeah. So in this range, wow, especially last 2 days, up, down, up, down. Oh my goodness, quite challenging. Do I really want to do it? Mm, I'm pretty happy that I didn't trade. Okay, so this demand is done and there's nothing down there. Can I sell from here? This would be against my setup. There is no such setup that I trade. Um, can we treat this as the liquidity? No, 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 nothing for me now. I'm gonna stop the video recording until something happens. I'll come back. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock a.m. It is 5 o'clock a.m. New York time, Eastern time, and we have 1 hour, maximum 1 hour more trading before the pre-New York manipulation starts. Now, here we have bearish choke. Okay, we produce bearish choke from this level. Oh, why is it like that? Here we have bearish choke, and we are waiting now for some sort of reaction and possibility to sell. Now, now we have a fresh POI that is pretty wide. We have a fresh POI. Okay. Yeah. We'll probably not be able to buy because of lack of time. We need something here. So y 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So there are some liquidity here. Let's see which liquidity is the strongest that we could start selling from after sweeping. Like we can start selling from. So we have two liquidity levels here. On M15 we don't have any liquidity. There's a straight push down, but on M5 we have this inside bar here and actually here. Okay, this, and then we have the extreme liquidity. But this we wouldn't, I mean, I can't imagine really like selling with confidence after breaking this liquidity because then we are so close to breaking this level. So I would try to sell after sweeping this liquidity with LC1 short targeting this low here. Targeting, yeah, targeting this low. Yeah. Okay, let's pre-fill the trade table for that potential trade. This will be LC1 Photon Pro because swing is bearish. So the main swing is bearish, order flow is bearish. Huh, look at that. And then bias is bearish. Yeah, we mitigated 61.8 and now we are reacting from that supply. This is 1H, how it looked like. That was a manipulative. Okay. Yeah. Now we are waiting. What else we can do? Nothing else. Let's let's go to the trade tables and let's see potential pro trade. So that's gonna be trade number 17. Potential trade number 17. Sorry, 18. Potential trade number 18. Okay. That is what the hell? So we are going to short where bias is and order flow is pro, so it's bearish. And validity between 2 and 6, entry from M5 POI from fresh M5 POI, target M5 POI, RR2 minimum valid entry model. Okay, everything seems good. We'll be targeting what? We'll be targeting M5. Um, yeah, we'll be targeting this. This is potential setup for buys as well after sweeping this liquidity. This is just one liquidity, so it's not. No, I'm not gonna consider. Okay. We may target also lower here. If we get involved in sales, we don't have to target this M5. We can target lower, so we could also not bend the rules because the rules that I target M5 POI, that would be perfect. Now look at this move. So the market is moving like we expect, but we don't have opportunities to enter the trade. Why is that? Market provided pretty solid bearish leg that we may be looking for a sell at the pullback to that leg. And this is the liquidity we are looking to be taken, and after that we will be selling. What are the confluences? Entry from 1H POI? No. Is there any 1H POI here to enter? Is that 1H POI? No. Entry from M5, high quality M5. Is that high quality? Did we sweep any liquidity? No, it's just normal M5. I mean, high quality POI is this. Number one, there is a strong reaction while there is a momentum while creating a fresh POI. So there is a momentum. Okay, this is number one. There is a strong momentum. Number two, is there liquidity sweep? No, we didn't sweep any liquidity. Okay, is there higher time frame POI that the M5 is nestled in? No, it's not. But the last one is if it's well priced. Is it well priced? So we mitigated 61.8 almost. Is it well priced within here? Yeah, it will be well priced. So we can say that it's a high quality M5 POI because it has 2 points. Is there any 1H to target? No. Any liquidity pull behind? Yes. There is liquidity pull behind and there is liquidity pull to target. Yes, there is. So we have 3 points out of 10. We have 3 points out of 10. And 3 points out of 10 gives setup B. I'm gonna record the idea of that setup. So the idea of that setup is this. Yeah. Now this is the last hour of trading. I feel pretty tired, I must say. Um, I would love to, yeah, ideally I would love to put stop losses over the last highs. But this high is basically the liquidity with a previous high. So if we got if we got stopped out after that, we'll probably be stopped out also here. Okay, so let me take a picture to record an idea in a trade table. The idea is here. Okay, now entry. Okay, so we are. It would be it would be much lower probability if we already mitigated this level and then retracing. But since we are retracing now, there is still fair chance that we will be targeting this domain. I don't like this 2 weeks here that this demand was previously targeted, but this can create additional liquidity as well. Yeah. Hmm. After mitigating this level, will I be interested in selling further? I think so, because when we mitigate this level, then the M5 liquidity will be here. That will be liquidity, and then we may be. Okay, so this is head and shoulders pattern. Okay. Um, I don't trade head and shoulders, so why do I look at this from this perspective? Now we are pushing lower and lower and lower, and what I'm happy with is that I identified the direction well, and then I identified the local reversal. I identified the area of the further reversal. The only thing is that I didn't execute in this area. I mean, I didn't execute because I didn't have my setup's there. But it doesn't mean that it's bad because we are in a consolidation and it's like, the market is swinging up and down, and how to trade in this. Oh, this is nice now. If we have here, you see this break, this M5 choke, M5 choke, and then if we have a liquidity grab here, I will be selling with LC1. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of this idea and replace it instead of the other one. Because now the situation changed. Okay. Yeah, literally we have just a couple of minutes left. I mean, it's 4:30. Sorry, 5:30. 5:30 already. So soon they're just turning on computers in New York now. Their first computer being turned on, and first traders would be soon using the liquidity that London provided. What liquidity did London provide? Let's change this liquidity into the most local one, which is this. So New York would be looking at the market and seeing this liquidity to target. So we would we be interested to, because for bears, this liquidity is here below this low. Also, they can target it. Will they be first targeting the buy side liquidity before going lower? I said that first computers are being turned on in New York, but I think in New York they never turn off the computer. It's always on. Even at night, they just leave the computer on and they come back in the morning, computer is already on, just standby mode. Yeah. That's a pretty reasonable idea for buys, but just change the structure. But if we trade at M15 only, we have 4 minutes. If this candle, we could trade over this candle, and if we mitigate this, I don't know. If we mitigate this M5 demand, and now I have, but then if I buy, I will be trading against immediate order flow, and so again the bias. Okay. Okay. Now we have continuation of the bearish move. We are sweeping this liquidity. Is that liquidity? Yeah, this is liquidity here. And now mitigating the extreme demand of that range. This is very significant, this manipulative, I would call manipulative liquidity. How much is this? $100. This is, when does it finish, this candle? 1 minute 37 seconds. If this candle produces a pin bar, then we'll be risking $100, and the risk will be, yeah, $300, more or less. The question is if gold needs any buy-side liquidity to go lower, where all the fundamentals are so bearish, and yesterday New York was super bearish. Was it bearish in New York? This is Asia low, where's New York? This is the previous day low. Mm, yeah, New York was, this is New York opening, but then it rebounded. Yeah, New York was pretty volatile yesterday. First a big down move, then up, and then Asia put it down. Okay, so now we are mitigating this demand after liquidity sweep. This is not important anymore, this liquidity. So I'm gonna use it here, and here we have like 1, 2. This is also, yeah, this is this 2. Yeah, what New York can do is simply providing next, sweeping this liquidity and then going down. Now we mitigated this demand, and then since we will be selling from here, if so, then we'll be mitigating this daily liquidity pool. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty tired, and this is important information because I can make a decision being tired. So it is just half an hour left by the end of the session. I think I'm gonna skip it. I think I'm gonna just leave it as it is without trading. I'm gonna finish the week like that. I feel very um anxious. Not very anxious. I feel a little anxious I didn't trade yesterday. I didn't open any trade yesterday and today. So there's no trading, only observing the market and predicting pretty well how the market behaves, but without trading. Market has a strong bearish momentum, at least for now. Yeah. So let's see the markups if we did everything. So this is supply mitigation bias change into bearish, no more bulls until 1H changes. Okay. Um, number 5. This is 1433. Um, after M15 choke. After M15 choke, I was ready to sell from fresh supply, but price didn't come back to this level. End of the trading session. End of the session. 0 trades opened today. And very important question for markups would be this. Okay, pre-session chart reading versus what the market actually did. Satisfied? Did I learn anything about the market? I have this gut feeling. It's against my strategy, but I have a gut feeling that this might be a place to buy and we might be grabbing the liquidity here. Yeah. I really have a gut feeling here from here to buy, but I'm not gonna do it. It would be against my strategy. So yeah, why do I even bother? Now, pre-session chart reading versus market. Okay, satisfied. Did I learn anything about the market? So I'm very happy with I'm very happy with the pre-market analysis. Price was um, behaving as I had expected. Um, I'm happy that I didn't take any trade against my strategy. market I didn't take any right trades. Even though I was very nice to do it. Okay, that's it.
Dadah.